Good to see everybody. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Hey, we are going to have some fun today. We are going to do the first kit out of our Hunkydory Box Kit 14. I'm going to show you Box Kit 14 in case you don't have it yet. I'm going to open a fresh one because I need the toppers out of it. But we are going to be working with this kit for a couple of weeks. You get your Hunkydory magazine, which is fabulous. And you get this really nifty, jifty packet. This packet has, and I'm going to put this one away since I already have this one. This packet has 3 cutting dies. It has an anchor, a rose, and a rope. Can you come in close? Sure. Go ahead and leave me and come in.
Leave you?
Yeah, leave me.
Just leave me behind.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, you get this nifty, jifty set of cutting dies in your magazine class kit. You get this beautiful rope with the knots in it. I love the fact that they screened on the outside. It used to be only Hot Off the Press that did that. Now they almost all do have a screen print on the outside of what's inside. I love that. And hi, Sharma. And we get this beautiful stamp set. Let's show you the stamp set in front of something white so you can see it. Oops. It's better if I hang on to it. Just a little something I've learned. There we go. You get a beautiful stamp set. We've got a paper boat. We've got a ship's wheel with a flower in the middle. We've got a flower bouquet, a couple little shells. We've got a nautical compass. We've got a lighthouse, and we've got maybe tickets. I'm not sure. It's just a background for enjoy the journey and let your dreams set sail. So really, really neat stamp set. So you get all of this plus the topper sets. And today there's actually 3 topper sets in your kit. We're going to use one, and we're going to get 7 cards from that one. From the one class kit.
Say hi, Sharma.
I did say hi to Sharma.
Great, perfect.
Okay, we're going to use the lighthouse. So I want you to take this one out. Most of you will not have this, but a few of you may have purchased this in the past, and you'll have it. We're going to use this one. Can you see what I'm doing here, Susan? Okay, we're getting our supplies out. My friend Susan is here in the classroom with us. Yell hi, Susan.
Hi, everyone.
And we're going to have this one. There we go. And then there's some double-sided papers in here too. And we're going to use one of those. Let's dig down till we get our double-sided papers. Oh, we also want our insert with the anchor. And we want our lighthouse. So take those out. And well, we found our double-sided papers. We're going to use this double-sided paper right here that has the curly wavy, and then on the back it's blue plaid. The curly waves, that's what we are excited about using today.
And that's the thinner, not cardstock.
Yes, that's not the cardstock. Thank you, Margie. So you're going to have lots of additional, that's the one. You're going to have lots of additional supplies in your kit that we are not using today, but we'll get to some of them. I'm putting together next week's kit, and I can tell you, I think it's going to be the seahorse because I really love the seahorse. You guys know what I'm like about ocean things. I can't help myself. I must do them. I must. I'm just going to put these cardstocks and papers, the extras that we're not using today, away for safekeeping. Put them back in my box for now. I'll put my magazine. Actually, I already pre-cut my items. So I'm going to put, I think, everything into my box for now. I'll get it back out if I need it for something, but that way I won't have quite so much on my desk. We are going to cut out of that kit. You're going to need to cut out of Gold Miri. You'll cut this anchor and the rose. Okay. And so I've pre-cut those just to save a little time. Now let's look. So we've got our actual kit components here that we're taking from our Hunkydory magazine. Remember, today you need the box kit 14 Lighthouse kit, and you need the premium magazine, the box kit 14, because you have to get the toppers, these, out of that box kit. But we're going to use that box kit over and over again. Let's take a look at our actual class kit now.
And that says seahorses and turtles. What you like.
Okay. So I've got my box kit here. The first thing I want to show you that I'm really excited about is we are including in the class kit this sailboat frame. A couple of you may have gotten this when I put it on special, and then I decided I was going to use it in this kit, and I pulled it back real quick. The retail for this die is $26.95 or $26.99. It's basically a $27 die. $27 die set. It's got 7 dies in it in total. It's absolutely beautiful, and you're going to see what we're going to do with it. The retail is $27. I included it in your kit, and your kit cost is $19.99 for everything to make 7 cards. And you get this die in that kit. So it's a good deal. Your kit will also include some foam squares. And we gave you 12 by 12 foam squares today. You have a yard of red baker's twine, red and white baker's twine for our ropes. You have a little happy birthday sticker. You have a 6x6 card in an envelope. You have a 5x7 card in an envelope. You have a 5x5 card and an envelope. I have a card. I have no envelope. If you're missing it, let me know. I'll get it to you in your next order. I have, this time we're using A2 cards. You have 4 A2 cards and 4 A2 envelopes. You have 4 European A6 Miri. You have 2 6x6 Miri, and you have 1 7x7 Miri. So your kit has a lot of good stuff in it. I'm going to set my envelopes aside for now, as I so often do.
Because I ran out of them as I was
okay.
them up, and I had to go scrounge for
so everybody else
one.
has them.
Everyone
I just
has
don't.
them.
Okay, cool. I'm glad to hear that. Okay. All right. I'm going to set these aside for the moment.
Speaking of holding things back for a kit, there was a message about poinsettias from Brittany.
Well, we weren't going to go there, but yes, the poinsettia toppers we decided that they're so beautiful, we're going to make a class kit out of the poinsettia toppers that we got from Hardy Crafts. And so you're not going to see them on the site with the other kits. We are holding those back for a class kit, but they're going to be a really, really cool class kit. Hello, Mary G. How you doing? Good to see you. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's start today. Let's see. Let's start by taking a look at how our cards lay out. You guys like it when I do that, and I like it when I do that because it kind of gives me a base point to start from. So let's see how this is all going to lay out. Here's my crab. My crab comes from this corner. Well, this one is, where's my anchor card? Oh, here's my anchor. It comes from this corner. We're going to use one of our pieces of card from up here, it could be up here. Up here, we're going to use every scrap of this again. We're going to use one from up here for one of our cards, and we're going to use one from here for one of our cards. This doesn't look like it would fit, but this is only a 4x4 square around that anchor, so it actually kind of goes like that. So we're taking 4 cards off of this one piece of cardstock. Woo! Okay. On this card, we're going to take our lighthouse from here. We're going to take our other lighthouse. Oops, let's try that again. This one goes over here. This lighthouse is coming from here. Okay, and this one doesn't have a piece of cardstock in the back because we're using our double-sided paper for this one. So that's how we're going to get 7 cards out of this 3-piece topper kit. Can you believe it? That's a lot of cards out of you should have this one. There it is. It's right there. I see it. Here, look down. Susan thought her kit was missing something, but it was hiding from her, as they so often hide from me. Yes, you're going to need that one, that one, that one, and then you have one more sheet of cardstock you're looking for in your pack, which is the one that has a crab on one corner and an anchor on the other corner. That's it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with this card. And I'm going to do a slight variation on this card from what I did before. Let's get our cardstock out. Let's get our one of our 5x7s. 5x7 card out. We're going to need our topper sheet. And we're going to take this great big lighthouse off our topper sheet. Annette says, yes, Betty, we are special. That's because you are special.
So there was part of while you were going through the kit, the reference to that is that Sandra said that she feels like she knows everyone already because she normally watches but doesn't join the chat.
Well, I'm glad you're here with us.
And so Annette's comment was, Sandra, and you came back? Like, are you crazy? And she said, speaking of which, I'm only for myself though, I'm the loud crazy one. And Betty's, and that's where the we are a special group.
Got it.
And so that's where the information is at. So
Okay.
we're making some jokes.
One more thing.
But
Well, you are very special. You are special to me. I'm going to take also the thinking of you out of the set. So again, I've got a 5x7. I've got my background card. I've got my lighthouse punched out, and I've got thinking of you. Let's go ahead and put some tape lines down on our card. I have a fresh glue bottle. I'm so excited. It doesn't take much to make me excited.
Yeah,
but a fresh glue bottle definitely does it for me because, as you know, my glue had set up to be thick like tacky, which is wonderful. Tacky's great glue, and thick glue's no problem unless you're using a needle nose glue bottle.
Yes.
And it just got too warm in here over the summer, and it all kind of thickened up on me. So
I'm filling the rest of yours from the Cosmic Shimmer because
yes,
the tip was a little
yes.
too big. So just so that anyone knows, if you buy the 125 milliliters, it will almost fill 4 of the empty glue, the
which
little
makes sense.
Bottles. Yeah.
It should, because it's 30 milliliters per bottle.
Yeah.
So it should. If, you might just let that one drain down in there. It should actually fill 4. Or come awfully, awfully close. Okay. Now we're going to position our. We've got our tape lines on our cardstock. I'm going to position my cardstock so that about. I want about 1/4 of an inch of the cardstock is hanging off the bottom. I really like that row of shells at the bottom. I don't want to lose that. But I want as much as possible of the skyline. And it's got kind of a nautical. I don't even know if you can see it there. Can you come in closer?
Sure.
For a sec. It's got, there we go. Now you can see it. See the nautical symbol up here? I just love the way they did that, kind of ghosted it into the clouds. And I want that. So I'm laying my card on so that I'm going to cut off about 1/4 of an inch of the bottom. Okay. I'm going to go ahead. I've put my card on my tape, and I'm going to cut around here. And there we go. And this is what it's going to look like when I get my card covered. Little bit of that rocky coast with it. It's kind of actually a little plaid coast with shells along the bottom. And then my sailboat's showing there. I'm going to set this one aside for my next card. I'm going to put this in. Unfortunately, I have to cover up my sailboats in order to be able to do this, but it's still really beautiful. I love this topper. It's gorgeous, the Lighthouse. So many people love. Hi, Roberta. You're in the right place if you love crazy, Sandra. You are in the right place, my friend. Okay, let's pop this topper apart into 3 pieces. And we're going to do, as we so often do, we will be creating a dimensional topper out of this, putting the outside up on foam squares, gluing this little lined centerpiece here down flush to our card, and putting this one up on some foam squares. Now, if you wanted to, this would be an absolutely remarkably beautiful shaker card. And you guys know how to convert this to a shaker. We'd simply put some acetate behind this ring, Then we'd use some foam squares or some foam tape, some shaker tape to hold it up, and we'd put our images flat to the back, and we'd make a beautiful shaker. We're not making a shaker today. I just wanted to point out I think this would be a really pretty one if we wanted to make a shaker out of it. Your foam squares are 1/2 inch. They might be just a little bit wide for this border. Yeah, they are going to be a little bit wide. I'm going to go ahead and just cut myself. Cut myself, that doesn't sound good. I'm going to cut a few of these foam squares.
And that has a point to make, which is a good point.
Yes. Everybody wants to be here on the 26th. Our parties are good. Our parties are good. And anybody who's listening to this is invited to our party. You may not have chatted with us before. You may be like Sandra, where you kind of hang back and don't say anything. But if you're out there and you're watching, you are invited. You'll want to come to our party on the 26th. You can set a reminder right on our homepage. Click on the party link, and there's a place where you can set a reminder, and it will tell you when the party's going to be at your time zone. And it will actually even send a reminder to you. If you're on your computer, it'll say it's party time, and you can come and join us. The one catch is that in order to be eligible for prizes, you're going to have to sign in, because that's the only way we know you're out there.
And say hello.
And you need to say hello. You have to sign in and say hello so we know you're out there. And so Ashley can get you on the list of attendees, because we will take that list of people who are out there with us on that day. We'll be throwing it in a bowl, and we'll be drawing out of that bowl for our door prize, which is really good, by the way. Even Margie doesn't know what it is yet. It's a really good door prize, something special I have. And throughout, but that we'll put all the names back in the bowl for the door prize. Throughout our party, we'll be drawing names out of there, and we'll be doing our prize wheel. You know the prize wheel, Susan. You've been when we've done the prize wheel lots of times. So we'll be having prize wheel drawings throughout the party. And so, hi. Did I say hi to Mary G? I think I did. Yeah, there's Mary T. It's Mary T I didn't say hello to. Hi, Mary T. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so I got my foam squares and cut them. And I'm putting this down on my card. I'm just kind of centering that between the bottom margin and the top of my card. Now, I'm going to take my glue bottle. This is different than I used to do this. Yes, you have Margie in the house tonight. You have Susan here, who's one of my local friends here, and she's crafting with us tonight. And we have Brittany, who's in and out. She's listing new Hunkydory for you. So Brittany's also here. Okay, so I took my glue bottle and I actually ran it around the inside of my frame as opposed to putting the glue on that piece. And the reason I'm doing that is because then it doesn't get the glue all over the ring when I go to put it in. It doesn't matter. You can do it the other way. But I found that I wasn't spending so much time doing cleanup when I put the glue right, just follow the ring around the inside. So that's just a little handy tip, something I've learned I'm doing differently because it works better. Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks?
This is one you just taught yourself.
This is one I taught myself.
Teddy learns to teach himself new tricks all the time.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I want on the table to see what new things I can get into.
Yes, he's a menace, that Teddy. I totally love him. He's adorable menace, but he is a menace.
He's a puppy dog.
Roberta says, hi, Susan. She's glad you're with us.
Hi, Roberta.
I gave Bob his birthday card today. And first of all, it was in the plastic sleeve when I handed it to him. So he said, he looked it all over very carefully and he said, it's a beautiful robin. And I said, yes, it is. And I said, and then he went to set it down and I said, no, open that up. It's a card for you. And he worked a while on the plastic and he got it open. And then he said, now tell me who this is again. And I said, these are your friends from our class. You know how when you come out and sit in the classroom and we talk to people on the computer? And he said, yes. And I said, these are your friends from class that sent you this birthday card. And he said, that was very thoughtful of them. And he was very touched and he held it and looked at that card for a long time. So I just want you to know that he really liked it. He really liked it and he thought it was a very thoughtful gesture. So thank you, Roberta, for sending that card on behalf of our Crafty Friends class out there. That was very nice because she signed it, I believe, from the group. So
I will say, Bob is feeding those squirrels so much that out of the corner of my eye, I thought I saw one move. I saw one move out of the corner of my eye the other day as I was coming up the stairs, and I had to take a double look because it looked like a baby raccoon because it was the colors and it was the darker one, but he is so big that he looks like not a tiny baby raccoon, but like a little bit bigger raccoon. So Bob is feeding those squirrels great.
Oh yeah, those squirrels are really well loved. Okay, so we have a card and we have a variation on a card. Here's the card we just did. And this is what it would look like if you put a 7x7 Miri on it. I think it's beautiful both ways. But I just wanted to show you the card and the variation on the card. So there you go. It's beautiful both ways, I think. You did make his day. It really did make his day. So I just want you to know that was really appreciated. He loves that. You know, you don't think about things like when you move in with family and kind of, I gotta get my garbage can moved back over here. When you move in with family, I didn't think about this. You kind of, you know, you lose all your junk mail and a lot of the things that you know, that we used to just kind of take for granted, going to the mailbox and getting your mail, paying your bills and those kinds of things. Well, now that he lives with us as his family, we're taking care of all of that. So it's like he lost a bit of his identity in that process. And little things like getting a card in the mail have become very special to him. Okay, next we're going to do one of our USA 2 cards. They're already pre-folded in your kit. This is a USA 2. You know, I almost always do European A6 cards instead of A2s, but we're almost out. And so we are scrounging to come up with enough materials. Yes, one of these. So I'm going to cover my USA 2 with my gold Miri board.
Say hi.
Use one of the...
Sorry.
Hi, Kathy girl.
And she's a little on edge, she said, because there's been some fire engines and the fire chopper nearby.
Oh, no.
So she's watching us.
I don't like that. I'm sorry. But yes, you keep an eye out and we'll have some fun in the meantime, but you do keep an eye out. That's good to do. Okay, so we're covering our card with our European A6 Miri. Don't worry about the shortage of A6. I ordered some from Hunkydory just in case. And I also have a large order in with Craft Style. So One or the other will get here soon. Okay. You have roof sprinklers. That's a smart idea, Kathy girl. That's a very smart idea. Okay, so I'm covering my A2 card. I put my gold mirror on it. Now I'm trimming around it so my card is covered. That looks great. Now I'm going to go ahead and trim this lighthouse down to fit my card. As usual, I'm going to recommend that you always measure your card before you start cutting on your cardstock to avoid nasty surprises. As expected, my card is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So that means in order to allow my borders to show, I'm going to cut this card to be 4 inches wide. 4 inches wide going the 8-inch direction on my card. Let me get this over here where you can see, because I know sometimes I mess you up by the way I phrase things. I'm going this way, the tall way of my lighthouse, and I'm going to cut this to 4 inches wide by 5 1/4 inches, 5 1/4 inches long as my starting point. Now, as you know, sometimes I trim more, but we'll start there and see how we like it. And actually, I love it. The dimensions are just right. Just right. See there? That looks great. So 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. We'll set our extra cardstock aside. We never know when we might use that. I'm going to cap my brand new glue bottle because I am really sloppy about doing that. Then they set up on me in time. Yes, time to focus on creations. These are such pretty creations too. So we're going to put some tape flags on our topper that we just created by cutting it off the cardstock. Put 2 tape flags, one on either side. We're going to peel that down about 1 inch, just expose about 1 inch of the adhesive and pull those flags out to the side. So in case, I know you guys who watch all the time know this, it happens all the time, but it will look like this. And then we're going to use those flags. Now, see how I have a tiny bit of my tape hanging under there? See that little bit right there? I can either cut that off, put it out of camera range. I can either cut that off now, or I can tuck it back under. But because I'm using tape flags, I can't really tuck it under, can I? So when I have a little bit of tape that hangs over the edge like that, I like to trim it before I put my tape flags down so I don't have any adhesive hanging out at the bottom of my card, which I might have otherwise. So trim that off if you get any extra tape there. Okay, we'll lay this out till we get just the right borders. Then I'm going to let that tape help hold that, and then I'm going to hold it with one hand and pull my tape, hold it with the other hand and pull my tape, and I get a perfect border. There we go. All right.
Susan is whipping through it over there.
Yeah.
All right.
I remembered that.
Now,
Oh God.
get your
Sorry,
cord
I'm
out.
no good with bows.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Absolutely hopeless.
Get your, this is an easy bow. Here we go. We're
Okay.
not even using the bow maker. Here we go. I want you to take a loop and then take a loop with your other hand just right next to it. Yeah.
I call them, teaching preschool, I called them bunny
Rabbit ears. Yep.
Yeah.
You need 2 bunny ears out of your cord. Wrap one around the other and then come up through the hole.
I mean, golly gosh.
Okay.
My 2 ears.
Take your 2 ears, wrap one around the other, and that'll create a little hole underneath. See the little hole underneath?
sort of and poke that through the hole. Okay.
Yep, poke one through the hole and then
Can I
pull it
let
tight.
go?
Yeah.
Wow!
And you have just tied a little bow in the end of your cord, right there in the end. You only need a little tail. We're going to use all this cord, so just a little tail on the end. You have just a little tail on the end?
Yeah, I have a little tail.
Okay, so now we're going to get our, I didn't get the tag out. We need this tag off our sheet that has the ship's wheel on it. It's the one that says, in high tide or low tide, I'll be by your side. I love that, actually.
What? Okay. Oh, yes.
I may send this to my mom. You'll hear me talking about it, I'm sure, in the near future, so I'll just say it. My mom is a breast cancer survivor. She had breast cancer, I'm going to say 7 or 8 years ago, and she just learned that the breast cancer has returned. It's back. And we don't know what the prognosis is or what the treatment plan will be or anything, but we went through it together last time. We'll go through it together this time. And so this might be a really good card to send to my mom right now. In high tide or low tide, I'll be by your side. So we will see. I'll keep you guys posted and up to date on what we're doing. We went to chemo appointments and stuff last time together. I'm sure we will this time. And I'm, they're her first appointments with the surgeon, so I suspect that means that she will be having surgery quite soon. And okay, can you guys see what I'm doing? I laid my bow with the tail hanging out to the right. So put the tail towards the right. Now make a nice wide little half crescent there. And then just wrap the cord over itself to create a nice little loopy there. Every one of these is going to look different, by the way, and that's okay. It's just we're laying out the rope. And then I'm going to bring this across. And right now I'm just getting a measure for where I clip my cord. But once I have this laid out, and let me turn this, I'll clip it off, then I'll turn it around so you can see what this looks like. Then I'm going to just trim my baker's twine right there at the end. Every one of these is going to lay out just a little bit different because the cord's going to be a little different, isn't it? Can you zoom in a little, Margie? And let's let them look at that. But high tide or low tide, I'll be by your side. I like the message of that from my mom. So this card's going to my mom. There we go. How's that? This one, I'm going to pull this down a little bit.
It wants to curl on you a little bit, doesn't it?
Huh?
It wants to curl on you.
It does want to curl. Okay.
The glue will fix that.
So I'm going to get my glue bottle and I'm going to put a little dot of glue right here at the top of, oops, I forgot to tack my tag down. Let's tack our tag down first. Let's choose where our tag's going to go. Let's put a little piece of tape on the back of it. You can use glue if you want. My mom, I used to tease her when we were going to chemotherapy. You guys will think this is awful that I say this to my mother, but it always made her laugh. And making her laugh was my lot in life. That was my main objective when I went with her to her chemo appointments. But I would always tell the nurse, oh, she's doing fine. My mom's a tough old bird. And it always made her laugh when I'd call her a tough old bird. So it's my job to make her laugh, and I always made a point when we went to her chemo appointments to talk about what we were going to do when we got her healthy again. We, last time I kept talking to her and telling her that as soon as she got well enough and we got past all these chemo appointments and stuff, I was going to take her to visit her friend Pearl in California, whom she absolutely loves. And maybe we'll do that again, and maybe our after appointments will be something different next time. But what?
I'm just laughing because I know the rest of this story.
Oh.
And you want to try it again, do you?
Oh, now I have to tell you the story. So my mom finished chemo last time and got her clean bill of health, and we promptly scheduled our trip to California. Now we live in Portland, Oregon. You can see what I'm doing here, guys. I'm just putting little dots of glue to kind of tack this in place. Tack this cord in place, just little dots along. You don't want an excessive amount of glue on here. You just need some every couple inches just to hold this cable in place. Thank you, Roberta. You're too sweet. I love you. And you too, Annette. So thank you, Sharma. Well, we'll do it. I mean, we'll do it. But when we go through chemo this time, which I presume we'll be doing, because I'm kind of an optimist at heart, and I believe that we will have a full treatment plan, and we will once again be successful. But when we finished our chemo last time, I promptly scheduled her trip to California, and we decided as a family that we were going to take a little family vacation at the same time. That was Jordan and Lauren. And Jordan isn't quite my build. She's not quite as heavy as I am, but she's a big girl too. And Lauren, you've seen Lauren. She's pretty fit. Of the four of us, she's the most fit, but she's still not a size 000, you know. She's the most fit of the four of us. And Bryce, who is smaller than me, but you know, we're full-size adults. And then my mom, and then we had her dog Amy with us. And we decided that we were going to drop Amy at Bryce's parents' house in Southern Oregon on the way through, and they'd watch her while we were gone, and then we'd pick her up on the way back. But nonetheless, when we left town, we had 5 full-size adults, not any of us little, and a dog, and all our suitcases. And my mom's suitcase is about the same size as I am. Her suitcase is about my size because she doesn't know how to travel light. So knowing this, I scheduled, my mom's first name, Betty, is Peggy. I scheduled with Avis, I scheduled a Suburban. I thought that would be, you know, a nice luxury Suburban. I thought that would be kind of a really nice trip for all of us to have the 3 seats and, you know, all the pleasures of having this really nice big vehicle for all of us and all of our paraphernalia that we were taking with us. And I thought that'd be just a really nice, comfortable trip. So it comes trip day, and we go to get our vehicle, and Avis rental car does not have my Suburban, my luxury Suburban that I paid a lot of money for. No, they want to give us what was it? It was a Jeep SUV
like
that
Cherokee?
No, not
Oh.
like your Cherokee. Your Cherokee has a lot more room. This one, when I got into it, when I got into this Jeep at the car lot, I could not get my knees under the steering wheel. And even with the seat all the way back and the steering wheel as high as it went, it's not a vehicle I would be able to drive. And then the seats were about this far apart. And again, I have 5 full-size adults. This is just not going to work, especially for the rental price I paid. So I went home and I urgently started calling all the dealerships to see if I could rent a Suburban. There wasn't one single Suburban available for rental in all of Portland. I called the other car rental places. Nobody had one. And it was crazy. This card is finished now. Isn't it beautiful? So I actually even checked on a lease to buy option. I thought I'll drive it down there. And if it's great, maybe I'll buy this car. You know, I was desperate. I was desperate. I tried everything. I tried everything. Nobody had my car. So we packed 5 adults, a dog, my mom's oversized suitcase, and all of our stuff into my Prius V. Into my Prius.
You can see why I started laughing as soon as she said she's thinking her mother again.
And out the driveway we went. We stopped once an hour or so, and we all got out and walked around the car, and then we loaded back in. Now, you know that Jordan is an artist, right? You know, you've seen some of Jordan's art. So I see Jordan as I'm driving. I see Jordan furiously sketching in the back seat. And every time we get out of the car and we start, you know, our walk around and then we pile back in, we all say, "Thank you, Avis. Thanks, Avis." And we move on. Well, the first time we got out, I asked Jordan what she was drawing, and she showed it to me, and it was clowns piling out of a Prius. She was drawing a clown car. That is exactly what my daughter was drawing. So, yes, throughout our trip, every time we got out of the car and walked around, we said, "Thanks, Avis." Although I must say, in fairness, that was one of the most fun family vacations I ever remember having. Was it comfortable? No. But it was fun, and it was funny, and it was remarkably cozy. And we still had a blast, probably more than we would have had without the assistance of Avis in our vacation planning. So thanks, Avis. That's my story. We got everybody into a Prius V. That's the hatchback, or the Prius V is a double-seater. We put 3 people in the back seat, 2 people in the front, stacked the suitcases in the back. The dog rode on the panel between the 2 front seats. We dropped her in Southern Oregon on the way through, so that made a little bit of room. And then we dropped Mom in Sacramento, and we went on down to San Francisco, and we had a marvelous time there. The family did, and Mom had a wonderful time with her friend Pearl, and it ended up being a glorious vacation for everybody, despite Avis. But yeah,
It's
thanks,
always
Avis.
amazing how you plan all these things and everything goes that way, and then it's your best vacation.
Yeah.
And it the one time that our vacation plans fell through and we decided to just roll with it and go with something else, it was also one of our best vacations. So maybe our goal is to not plan these things anymore.
Yes, not to over plan
Right.
anyway.
Right.
Or not to get our hopes up for something totally different. We had a great time, though. We really, really did. But I think Jordan probably still has that drawing of the clown car. I tried to get her to give it to me, and she said no, that it was part of her vacation memorabilia. So, okay. So you guys have seen what I've been cleaning out as we go here. This is the absolutely gorgeous Sailboat Die. I just want you guys to see this because with the little sailboat in the center, you don't necessarily recognize how absolutely, I'm going to show it to you on here because it's easier to see, how absolutely beautiful that die is. Isn't that just the most gorgeous thing? And we're going to use 3 different pieces off of this die. When you cut this 7-piece die right now, when it comes to you, all the pieces are attached and you run it through in one piece. So in one pass through the machine, I'm getting all the pieces we're using in our class today. Now this, Susan, is what I wanted to show you with the Nuvo Glue Pen.
Okay.
You can use mine when I'm done. Okay, here we go. I've got this very detailed, those little detailed anchors and stuff there. That's going to be hard to glue on, even with our needle nose glue tip, isn't it? So what I'm going to do, and here's a paper towel for you. This is what I call my blotter, aka paper towel. Because I have to have names for things.
You should see her palette.
My palette's a piece of plastic packaging material when I use a palette. Shake your pen every single time you use it. Get all that adhesive mixed up in there. You can hear the little ball rolling around in there. And then we're just going to tap it. Tap, 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 all over the back of this frame. Tap, 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 tap. Margie.
Sounds like when I'm tickling my dog's tummy.
Can you guys hear Susan?
Can you relate?
Yes, I can.
She says that this sounds like when she's tickling her dog's tummy and that leg starts going. That's exactly what it sounds like. There you go.
Okay.
Put it on your palette or on your blotter. Okay, and it's already sticky. See that? It's on my fingers. It's already sticky.
More dogs.
And I'm going to slide this right into the corner. I'm going right to the corner of my cardstock. Coming over. There we go. Uh-oh. Well, I thought I had it. Yeah, I'm going right to the corner, right to the corner, and right to the corner. And tapping down. Yes, Kathy girl, my friend Susan is here, and Susan is from what part of England again?
Liverpool.
Liverpool, England.
I went to the same primary grade school, you'd say, as John Lennon.
Did you hear her? She went to the same grade school as John Lennon. Okay. I'm not sure you can hear Susan. So Susan's going to speak loudly, and hopefully you can hear her because I love to hear Susan talk. It's one of my simple joys in life is just to talk to my friend Susan because I love her accent. It's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, look at this topper we've just created, guys. Oh my gosh, isn't that pretty?
Oh, we cut it out, do we? Haven't done that.
Yep, now you're going to cut out around it. And how easy was that to glue? That was very easy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. And we're only using a 4-inch piece, so guess what? this piece that we have left here is wide enough to do a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card, even though we're using A2s, because this is only 4 inches wide. So there we go. All right, now I want you to grab your 5 by 5 card. Looks like this. Fold it. Get one of your 6 by 6 pieces of cardstock. And we're going to cover this card. You can hear Susan fine, and Margie too. Can you hear both? So I don't need to be repeating everything.
Oh,
Is that right,
Susan?
Kathy
Oh,
girl?
hello, Kathy. Yes, I'm here, Kathy. Hi.
Well, if you can hear them, I'll stop repeating everything they say. I just know how frustrating it is when funny things happen and you can't hear. Okay. I'm going to put this 6 by 6 on the back of this card. And then I'm going to cover my card with it. Well, I'm putting it on my card. It's on the front. Yes, it's on the front.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm going to cut around here. So I have a nicely covered card. Excellent. I'm glad you guys can hear. Well, I will stop repeating everything.
I'm not going to say anything else.
Susan just kind of said in a soft voice, well, I'm not going to say anything else.
I know
she's...
you, Susan. That's not happening.
Okay, we're going to get our double-sided sheet out here. We're going to measure our card and make sure it is, in fact, the 5 by 5 I think it is. And it is. It's 5 by 5.
Oh, I've done the wrong one then. Mine's 6 by 6.
We'll leave that one aside because we're going to use that after a while and do a 5 by 5. Here, put this on our glue. On our thing. Okay, now Corey just walked in. Say hi to Corey.
Hi, Corey. Hi, Corey.
Okay, don't you leave. You don't have to leave. My friends won't bite. You guys remember Corey. She worked here and she took care of you and talked to lots of you on the phone. Okay. I've cut myself a 4 3/4 by 4 3/4 piece of this double-sided paper. And I like the way it looks. I have just a nice little border around there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some tape flags on this. Did you see these cards we're making? They're beautiful. They're beautiful.
Yes, I like it.
Your mother would love these lighthouses.
Yes, she would.
I know who Corey is now.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know Susan.
She works at AAA, lady.
Yep.
Can't
Now she
remember her
works
name.
at the same mortgage company that Lauren works at.
Oh, so Lauren's left the Costco thing.
Yeah.
Not Costco.
Cisco.
Cisco.
She left Cisco and
Oh,
she
well, that's terrible.
took a job with a mortgage company here in town. And she's doing great. Boy, somebody really wants to talk to us.
You
I
want
don't
me to
know who.
double
They
check
keep
it?
calling. Huh?
Do you want me to double check it?
No, it's okay. It'll be fine. It's across the country. It's just somebody probably wanting to place an order and not realizing we're in class.
Hey,
We'll call them back.
this was an awesome day to remember to turn off your ringer.
I did, because it's really, really going.
Right. Now,
Okay. Now I have a pretty narrow border here, so I'm having to pay attention to what I'm doing with my tape flags. But I'm loving the fact that I have tape flags because that makes it so much easier to get a straight margin. All right. Now I'm going to put a few foam squares on the back of this topper we created. And I'm going to put this topper on at a little bit of an angle. You can see there that I didn't get my topper completely on my card, but it didn't matter because it doesn't show. If it doesn't show, we don't worry about it.
Next, what side? Oh, the swirly one.
Yep, you want the swirly side, the waves up. And I'm going to peel my foam squares here. I love these 1/2-inch foam squares where I can just pop those off in just a 1.5 seconds. Love it.
I haven't got any of those.
You should have them in your kit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I see them under your paper over there.
Oh, okay. I get this up to do tab.
Okay. I'm going to put this right down here. And I see that my topper is lifting just a tad. It probably because I was talking and I let it stay unglued a little too long.
Sorry for the herky jerk, guys.
There we go. How beautiful is that? Is that just like the prettiest card? I love this card. I saw them there. That's them.
They're the baby ones.
There, you want the baby ones?
No, I was going to try the others.
They should be there.
Betty, I'm sorry that your Xyron broke. I know where you can get a new one. I love my Xyron.
Okay, so there we go. We have 3 cards done, guys. Let's go to our next one. Moving right along. Okay, next, let's do this card in the corner here. Let's get we're going to get a USA 2 card. We're going to put some tape on it. Put a little tape on it. In Margie's family, they say, put a bird on it.
Put a bird on it.
Put a bird on it. We have the teeny tiny foam squares left for you, Annette. We got them. Okay, now I'm going to put on a piece of my European A6 Miri, cover my card. You guys know how this routine. We're covering our card.
Kathy says the Starform borders in pink and in turquoise are gorgeous.
Oh, I'm glad you like them. I'm glad you like them. That's fun. Okay, I've got my card covered. I know that my card is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I want this topper widthwise, so I'm going to cut 4 inches this lengthwise on my card by 5 1/2.
The crabby one.
So I've got my crab, and right there in the corner with my crab, I'm going to set that to 4 inches, and I'm coming lengthwise a ways, and then I'm going to cut that again at 5 1/2 inches.
Annette wants to know what size foam squares you're using.
I'm using 1/2-inch foam squares. These are the 12 millimeter.
2 mil thick, right?
Excuse me?
They're 2 millimeters
2
thick.
millimeters thick. 12 by 12 by 2. I love them. Now look at that. That's interesting. Oh, I cut it to 5.5. It only needed to be 5 1/4. That's what I did. I thought, how come that doesn't have a border? Because I cut it wrong. 4 by 5 1/4. I had to cut it 1/4 of an inch too big. Won't matter at all. There we go. Beautiful. I like it. All right. Okie dokie. Put this on my card. Leaving myself a nice little 1/8 inch border all the way around. Are you having fun?
Oh
yeah. Am I moving too
Do we
fast?
have a break?
No.
Oh.
But you may take one anytime you like, because you can always finish up after class. So you can take a break anytime you need to. Nope, we go straight through, don't we? We're tough. We're tough old birds. I probably should not assume that for everyone in the room. Maybe it's just me. I'm a tough old bird.
The puppy goes at the bottom. Oh dear, I've done it this way.
Let's see. Let me see. You're fine. It goes this way.
Oh, crabs go sideways.
Yes.
Okay, don't panic.
Don't panic. First,
Deal.
don't panic.
We
First
need the,
rule, don't panic.
we need the sign, keep calm and craft on.
We do. That's actually quite good. We need to make one of those, Margie. You know how to make that.
I do know how to make that.
You do know how to make that. Okay. I've got my crab on my card.
Maybe a demo.
Maybe. Maybe. Okay. We're popping this border out. You have to clip these borders because they don't pop out all the way around. Just clip the ends. Get that pretty star border. We know that this border is going to be 4 inches wide. It's just easier to cut it to 4 than it is to try and measure it and clip it. We're going to put that 4-inch border here, and we're going to choose a topper for it. Now, I'll tell you the dilemma I had the other night, and we no longer have that dilemma because we already used it. The other night, I was looking at this card, and I was trying to decide which cards got which sentiments. I had the thinking of you trying it on this card, and then I realized I can't put thinking of you on a crab card.
Okay, I'm not saying anything.
That's just wrong. So, there we go.
Oh, found some.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm going to put my tape on here. I could glue this too. It doesn't matter. Glue in a way is probably better because it's repositionable a little bit. So what are we making t-shirts of? Don't panic, craft on, or I'm a tough old bird. I see 2 t-shirts here. Maybe I should make my mom a t-shirt to wear to chemo. Would that be fun? That'd be fun.
I can pull out my easy press.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to make my mom a t-shirt that says I'm a tough old bird because that's when I used to tell it to her and I just make her laugh. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make her one.
Kathy Girl says that she has a birthday stamp that says SAG. You're it.
I like that too.
You put
That's
that
funny.
on the Krabby card, and then that'd be even better.
All right. So I'm going to put my many happy returns on here. With just the border goes,
Halfway through the blue.
yeah, right here. Not halfway, just about an inch in. And we're going to put one foam square on the back of that sentiment. Isn't that beautiful that you can do it with both? Make both. All right. Many happy returns. I really do want to make my mom that t-shirt. I'm serious. We're going to use that.
Okay, I've got it out too early. What we're thinking of, you know, we're not, are we?
Okay. And then also in our kit, we have this little happy birthday sticker. We're going to put happy birthday on here above the crab.
So the crab says what? What's the tag say again?
It says many happy returns. So I have my happy birthday sticker. Oops. And I'm going to position that in the white area above my crab. I'm going to say happy birthday over here. And then I've got my many happy returns on the other side.
And that says she's going to send it to my sister-in-law. And then Mary says something even funnier.
There we go. Isn't that a fun card, though? I think that's a very fun card. Happy birthday and many happy returns with a little crab on it. It's adorable. It's adorable. Okay. Alrighty. So set that one aside. Next, let's do that little sailboat Susan's over there worrying about. You get to tie another bow with rabbit ears. Oh, yay, you.
Say hi to Glenn.
Hi, Glenn.
He walked in on a conversation.
You walked in at quite the moment, Glenn. We were discussing thinking of you on a card with a crab.
And then it digressed. Kathy Girl may possibly even have a new t-shirt saying, "Happy birthday, you old crab."
We've been talking about building t-shirts. I want to make my mom a t-shirt that says I'm a tough old bird. And I might have to make myself one that says I'm the daughter of a tough old bird. Okay, we're going to do a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card. So we'll fish out another one of those. Fish out another one of your European A6 mirror boards. We're going to use the ring that we cut using our sailboat die. Look at this beautiful rope ring. Isn't it pretty? We're going to use that ring to make our sailboat bigger. Because you know how we talk about little toppers? If you think a little topper's going to look funny, make it bigger. So we're going to make it bigger using that ring.
From your sailboat.
From our sailboat die. Because it actually makes 2 beautiful rings. And then the sailboat pieces and all kinds of stuff every time you cut that. So we're going to use that ring right here. We're also going to need this little one that says "Sail Away With Me." There's a little tiny sentiment at the bottom. Yeah, sail away with me in a Prius, Susan says. All right, let's cover this card. Get going.
Where's that? Oh, this is it.
All right. All right. Let's get our 3 lines of tape down there. Rub those tapes in good. Peel them off. Pop that mirror board on there. That's looking good. Flip it over. Cut around the mirror board. Susan's not used to our pace of our classes. When she came and took classes in the shop here, we'd have a very leisurely day. You know, we'll choose a class like this one and we'll make a day of it. We order lunch in and we visit and craft and we, you know, we take breaks and we do all kinds of stuff. Well, when we do it online, we just forge through, don't we, guys? All right. So I have this left of my cardstock at this point. Challenge. Prepare a card kit and put it together blindfolded. Ooh.
Couldn't even find it.
Wowzer. Okay.
I might be willing to do something like that.
Maybe I will put together a card blindfolded in our party. I'll try it in the party, Kathy. I'm going to do it at the party. Not the whole kit, just a card.
We could have you're already faster than I am anyways, but we could have a race.
We could. Margie and I are going to do it blindfolded on camera. It will be a race.
She'll still beat me because I can't do anything quickly.
It's on. The challenge is accepted. You've thrown down the gauntlet.
You say I dare you or challenge, and then it just becomes something fun. You have to at least.
You've thrown down the gauntlet, my friend. Okay, we're cutting this piece of cardstock where this, it's going to be 4 inches wide, 5 1/4 inches long. We're going to pop it right on top here.
Say hi to Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Welcome. There is always a lot of laughing at our parties. I think this is going to be quite a laugh, really. All right,
no
blindfolded,
shame.
no less, she says. Okay. We'll do it. We'll do it.
How long's the party going to be?
About 4 hours, 3.5
3.5
hours.
We're shooting for
No,
3.5.
We're shooting for 3.5. We already know it'll probably go 4 because that's what we do. But we're shooting for 3.5 hours. It will go from 1 to 4:30 Pacific time. And we have to wrap up by 5 or Margie and I will collapse into quivering masses on the floor. Because it's exhausting.
My thumb. I said I might revert back to sucking my thumb. Laying on the floor in the fetal position.
Can you hear Margie? Oh, funny, funny, funny. Okay. With or without a pole. Kathy girl says in our age clan there'll be no pole involved unless it's attached to a walker.
Where did the pole come from?
Oh, he's saying the gauntlet. With or
Oh.
without a pole. Oh, geez.
Is that stripper pole?
If there's going to be stripping involved, Susan, that will be you and not me. But if you wish to do it, I'll film it.
Well, that's the only pole I can think
Oh.
Rebecca says she is not going in the hospital the weekend of that, and if she has to, it'll be anytime after the party.
Oh, you guys just crack me up. Okay, I got a little spot of glue on my ring. I could clean that off, or I could just put that at the bottom so that it goes under my topper, which is what I'm choosing to do. Because why would I want to work that hard? There we go. I've glued my ring. It goes right here, guys. Just hanging down into the white just a little bit there. See that? Next, I'm going to put my little sailboat topper. It's just a little thing, isn't it? You wouldn't think you could make And that's why she's going to pee her pants. Oh, my.
We don't take any breaks here. Didn't you hear Debbie?
No breaks. No breaks allowed. Although there have been classes when I have had to say, Bryce is going to sing to you. I'll be right back. He hasn't sung to you either, has he? Nat, run, girl. Time for a break. Oh, dear. Okay. So I'm putting this little topper on here. And look how neat this little topper looks when we just put it in that ring. See that? Look at that. We take that little tiny topper and we make it into something bigger. Now we're going to tie another little bow. Rabbit ears. You did it last time. You can do it again. Let's do it together. Let's do it together. And we actually have one more to do after this, but it's going to be different. Okay, rabbit ears. 2 rabbit ears. Lay one over the top of the other. Then put one down through the hole that's created below them. And pull the loop. And you have a little simple bow. You got it. She's over here holding her breath, people.
Breathe now.
You can breathe now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take my little tiny bow. I got to tell you guys a story. That surprises you, doesn't it?
We confused them today. Hey, at least they're new.
I was in here working away the other night, and I just could not, for the life of me, get this card to look just like I wanted it to look. It just needed something. And I fiddled with it, and I fidgeted with it, and I messed with it. And Bryce came in, and I said, it's missing something. And he said, put a red bow right there. I put a red bow right there. Perfection. He just walked in, glanced at it, put a red bow right there, right on that corner. It worked perfectly.
I hate it when they do that.
Put a red bow right there. Okay.
James asked why I'm buying Depends. I'm going to tell him yes, it's for the party.
All righty.
Oh, too funny.
All right. Next, I'm going to take a little piece of paper off the end here, about 1 inch wide, and I'm just going to tear it off.
Off the paper.
Off the paper, off the skinny little part that's sticking up. Be sure you take it off the skinny part. Oh, you probably cut that part off. Take it off the cut off piece and just tear a little piece off of that. Now, I want you to tear it towards you so that you have the white core showing in your paper. And we're going to tear it all the way around. And it's going to go under this sail tag. I just want to make a tag that has this torn paper under it. Because it's going to kind of look frothy, isn't it? And those waves, doesn't that kind of look frothy? There's a word for you, frothy. I bet you didn't expect to hear that word today. Frothy. It's frothy paper now.
Root beer floats.
There we go. And I'm going to put my tag on it, see if I like it. I think mine's a little too long. I'm going to cut an end off a little bit here. And I like that now. And I'm going to put my tag on my frothy little paper. I'm going to glue my paper down. Pull the paper towards you to get the white core to show. When you don't want the white core to show, push it away from you when you're tearing it. Just a little something we've learned. And I'm going to put my tag right on top of there. I glued mine down last time. I think I will again, actually, because I really kind of want that background paper to be profiled. So I'm going to glue my tag down to it. My little frothy paper. I can tell the replay will be valuable in getting up to snuff on this bizarre conversation. Oh, there have been many bizarre conversations today, Kim. You do not want to miss those. Okay, there we go.
I'm going.
There's my little sailboat. Tiny little topper. Tiny little topper, and we turned it into something gorgeous, didn't we? Isn't that fun? Yeah.
And my
Great
bow.
fun.
My bow.
And your bow? That's fine. Your bow could be on either side. It could be on the other side. That's beautiful.
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 Done.
Okay. Let's get our
Next.
big card out.
Next.
Big card. Grab that
What, that one?
6x6 mirror board. Yeah. Let's cover our card.
Done that. Next.
And that said she was laughing so hard she scared Biscuit. Poor Biscuit. We're sorry. Oh. Kelly, where's the pole? It's on a walker, Kim. It's on the walker.
Oh, so have Walker will travel?
There's another t-shirt.
This still needs a top on it.
Yes,
Oh,
it
here,
does.
this is it.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. Oh, I love you guys. You just make my day. This is the funniest crew.
Well, you can't call any of this
It
boring.
depends. Kim said, it depends. All right.
Kathy Go wants to know, Susan, have we scared you out of here yet?
No,
Oh, no.
Oh, Susan's got some stories, I'll tell you. Susan's got some stories. Yes, you. She's got some stories. She'd shock you.
no. My little old lady.
Yeah, right. Okay, this card, I'm measuring it, is 6x6. Good to know. Let's get this piece of double-sided paper. We're really making the most of this double-sided paper, aren't we? We're going to cut ourselves out of this. We're going to cut a 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 square.
We go.
5 3/4 by 5 3/4. Now you can position your waves any way you want them to go on here. I did find that it did change the look of my card a little bit when depending on which way these little waves go.
Say hi to Ruth.
Hi, Ruth.
Hi,
Welcome,
Ruth.
friend.
Hi, Ruth.
Oh, and Saturday, guys, I wanted to let you know that Susan, do any of your stories involve clowns?
I have a friend that's called Sophie, and she's a pink clown.
That is true. We do. We have a joint friend, actually,
Yeah,
whose
Sophie.
name is Melody, and her character is Sophie the Clown. Yes, and she takes her dog Molly, and Sophie performs in a variety of places.
Oh, just cut the edge off it. Thumbs.
We'll look at it later. We'll see if we can figure something out for up there.
I'll put a bit of sticky tape.
There you go. You can probably match it. Yeah,
You've
I'll
got-
bet you can match it.
You can can also, to hide the line, you can just use a strip of your border, maybe, or roping.
Okay. All right. So I'm putting my waves on. I got all carried away when I was listening, and I took my tape off the back. So now I have to actually do this the old-fashioned way. That's a little scary. Okay. All right, let's see. I'll get my hair out of my face so I can see what I'm doing. Lauren was going to cut my hair last week, and then we got distracted and we didn't get it done. But I'm still going to have her shape up my hair a little bit, which would be amazing because I've never had a family member cut my hair at all. Uh-oh. See, this is going to be a little too
That
narrow.
was almost a mean laugh, Susan.
I am going to cut my paper just a little bit more because it's just a little too wide. Maybe I didn't get it to 5 3/4. I did. I don't know why it seems to be a little wide, but I'm going to trim just a tad more off. Just a little bit. Let's see how that works now. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put my tape back on here. This is just nerve-wracking when you get used to using tape flags and then you don't have them. Yes, Ruth, you missed some quite interesting conversation. Purple highlights, you know what I really want? I'll tell you what I want. And I just have to wait till the end of the silly pandemic to get it because I won't go out right now and get it done. But I'm serious about wanting this. I want to do my hair in purple. I've done that before. If you look back at my oldest videos, you'll see that I'm not kidding. I have had purple hair before. But I want it to be lavender and then come down, and I want it to be darker purple, and then I want to go clear to the bottom and have it be violet on the tips, so that as it grows out, I'll have the silver, then the lavender, then the purple, and as I trim it off, it'll just keep being beautiful.
Yeah, that ombre idea is a nice way to have that happen.
And because I'm not good about touch-ups, I don't like touch-ups. It's terrible. Touch-ups are terrible. I'm trimming, even though I used my tape flags, I got one side, this side over here is just a tad wider. So I'm just gonna trim it off. But don't you think that'd be pretty with my white hair? I think it'd be really pretty. I want to try it.
Sharma says that she's ready for a party. It's going to disappear, so I can't miss it. I'm ready for the party. I've been on a walker for several years, and the pins are in stock.
All righty. All right. Okay, there we go. Now that I like the way that looks better. Okay. We're going to get out our, how did it work? Did it work okay? Oh, yeah, you fixed it just fine. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Okay, pop out this great big square topper in the bottom.
Topper on the bottom.
Hi, Diane.
Hi, Diane.
Happy Thursday to you.
Thursday.
Don't you think that'd look pretty, ombre? I think it'd be pretty. I might scare you guys all off. I hope not. But, you know.
Like my hair. It's washed out.
Yeah. You got, Susan has some purple. Was it pink or purple? It was pink.
It started off pink.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to, you pop your 3 pieces apart. I'm going to try it, guys. I'm serious about it. I am going to try it, but I want to go, and it was embarrassing and hilarious at the same time.
Annette had said that Jackie is scared of clowns.
Oh,
and
okay.
when she was she would go to the pizza parlor. A lady would go to the pizza parlor as baby cakes and be a clown, and she walked up to Jackie to give her a little dog that she made with the animal balloons, and she started screaming.
Oh,
so
no.
that's the hilarious and embarrassing part. And Ruth says that it sounds pretty and you are braver than her.
You know, the last time I made my hair purple, we went to Disneyland afterwards, and I told my husband this before, that I got lots of compliments on. What did I do that? Oh, because my topper's actually. Oh, it's not. It's not scratched up. That's just the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I was trying to
Never
get that
mind.
off.
Yeah, I thought I got glue on it, and I didn't. It just is naturally that way.
Yeah,
This is
Susan,
what
the
Susan
white
and I
one.
were both talking about. I thought I had glue on it. That's just the way the topper is there.
Yeah.
So I'm putting that on in the center. So the last time I did that, that I got my hair purple, I just had the tips done and the front and down the front of the side, and then I had one stripe on the side and one stripe in the back done. And we went to Disneyland. We went, the four of us, Lauren, Jordan, Bryce, and I, and walking around in there, no less than 20 women a day came up and said, I love your hair. I just love it. Guys did too. Men came up too and said, what a wonderful thing to see someone with silver hair actually celebrate it by, you know, coloring your hair that way. No less than 20 women a day came up to us and said, oh, I wish I had the courage to do that because I just love that. And people told me, man, I'm sure it makes you look younger because of the, you know, adding the color and not being all silver. And I just had so many compliments. Bryce just couldn't believe the number of people who just walked up unsolicited and said, my gosh, that looks good. And so now he believes me when I say that I get lots of compliments on it. I always have when I've done crazy stuff with my hair. And purple's my color, you know. If I color it, it will be purple. Although I have to say I'm tempted with the lavender and light blue
Shauna says
combination.
She wants teal.
Teal. But I really want to try that lavender to purple to violet. I really want to do that. But I need to have it professionally done because that's a lot of time. You know, that's a lot of hair color, and I don't want to burn my hair. Okay, we took our second piece of our topper. We turned it on the edge and made a diamond out of it. And we take our third piece, put it up on some foam squares in the middle, and this beautiful card is done. Isn't that gorgeous? How simple, huh? That's simple. And it's beautiful.
My little cup doesn't really show.
Oh, it doesn't.
A bit wonky there.
And if you wanted to, you could probably put an extra little rose or something down in the corner. We have a rose die that we're using. Okay, we have one card left. This time we are using this leftover piece of cardstock that we have. We are using our 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. We're using our USA 6. We're using our final piece of cable, or I call it cable. It's baker's twine. We're going to use a little bit of foam squares. We have 2 toppers left on our set. We want this one, the little crab. And we still have a little jellyfish that's absolutely adorable. I'd say put this inside any of the cards. I just didn't have a place that I thought it looked just right.
Mine's a different shape to yours. Is that all right?
That'll be fine. Okay. So let's cover our card. We're on our final stretch here. How are we doing for time, Margie?
We are at 5:40.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah.
We're going to finish 7 cards in less than 2 hours.
I am
Wow,
going
sir.
to say that that's why Susan feels like she's hopping. Debbieisms, cable petals. Huh? Oh, yeah.
You are absolutely right. I had to think about it. Debbieisms. I like that. Yes. Pallets and blotters. Blotters. And cable. Yes. And then I call the what is it that I call the what do I call pedals? I call the loops on something pedals, but they're not pedals. I don't remember what it is. I do it all the time though.
You're right.
The next time I do it, I'll remember.
Kim says impulse. Ruth
I'm
wants to
sorry,
know-
Betty, you're fighting a headache. That's not fun.
Yeah,
Ruth
those
says,
are-
what? How long does it take you to create the cards initially?
This one was fast.
This one was pretty fast, but you know, because I'm fiddling and moving stuff around and one thing another, probably about, I'm going to say it'll take 1.5 to 2 times as long as it takes in class usually.
Kathy Girl says that it's on ribbons that you call
Ribbon.
pedals.
That is what I call it. The little pedals on ribbon. Yes, it is. It's on the loops on the ribbon. Yep, that's what I call pedals. You are right, a Debbieism. Thank you for the reminder. Margie and I were both hemming and hawing trying to remember what that was. Okay, we're going to take this piece of leftover card.
Just
We're going to
because
cut
part of the
this to
conversation.
4 by 5 1/4. By 5 1/4. And we're going to go ahead. We're going to use some tape flags and put this down on our card. Hi, Glenda. Welcome, friend. Good to see you. I don't know when she signed in. I don't see her, but I see a hi, Glenda, so she must
just
be here.
signed in and said sorry she's late.
Oh, we got 1 card left, Glenda. But you'll have to review the video because this is a pretty crazy crew today. Okay. I'm putting out my little tape flags. I'm going to put this piece of cardstock right onto my card. Now this one's going to look a little different than it did last time because I cut it differently. Oh well. It's fine. It'll just be 2 variations, won't it? It will be fine.
It's a bit long. Trim it.
Yeah, you can trim it. Trim it to 5 1/4. 4 by 5 1/4 are your dimensions. Now look what we're going to do here. Here is the anchor out of our kit 14. Saturday is Halloween cards. Saturday is when we're going to do Halloween. Okay, I also cut myself an extra rose piece, kind of thinking, why not? Why not have an extra rose? Sounds like you and Margie are priming us for target words at the party.
I think we need to make it a little bit harder than scissors, though.
Yeah, yeah.
We had way too much chocolate, way too fast.
We had a lot of chocolate. This time we're going to have a different candy. I haven't told them yet what it is, because the people who win will get some of that candy too. But I haven't told them. We're going to have all kinds of games, Susan. You will love it. We're going to have great fun.
Do you have to press all the little holes?
Don't press them out. Any holes. They just look like there might be.
Okay.
My mom.
I'm going to match the rose up on the with the rose on the anchor. You really can't see it much, but I kind of got joy out of putting it there. I just got back. I delivered a box of promises. I made 4 of them so far. Thank you so much for a great gift you give to people who've lost. Oh, that's beautiful, Glinda. You gave them the scripture boxes. Bless your heart. That's such kindness. I love that.
What'd you do with this rose?
I just matched it up with one of the roses on there. I matched it to the side one.
You put a little thing
I put a foam square under part of a foam square. Actually, I had to cut the foam square a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to put my crab. Maybe I'm going to change the direction of this since I'm going to go opposite this time since I cut my card. Yours is going to be the same. I'll show you what my dilemma is, guys. Last time I cut my card with the teal wider. This time my white is wider. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse my pattern. I'm going to put, I want that anchor to show and not be all confused with this foiling here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse it this time. I'm going to put my crab over here where he's overlapping. I see exactly what to do now, and I think it's going to look good. I'm going to put my... Yeah, Margie and I talked about me maybe making this kit live tonight, just going live with the kit, and you guys could see my entire creative process. I ultimately chickened out because I was afraid the class would run too long if I did that. I was afraid it would run too long. I knew we could still come up with pretty cards, but I was just afraid the class would run and run and run, and then that wouldn't be fun for you. So I didn't. Okay, so I put my crab here. Depends on which piece of card you're using. If you have the card with the narrow strip, go there. If your strip is wider, go to the opposite side. Okay. And now I'm going to, I've punched out the hole at the top of my anchor. This anchor is in your box kit 14. I'm going to thread, my rope through the top of the anchor. Yes, now it's rope.
It's no longer string.
I'm going to add some glue to this long string, to this string that I poked through. I'm going to put some glue on there. This is going to be getting your hands a little sticky mess here. But I want to make it look like we've tied a knot, a big nautical knot around here. And to do that, what I'm going to do is I've put glue on this strand, and now I'm just going to wrap it around the other one. I'm going to wrap it around to make that look like a big heavy knot. String, cable, rope, it's all the same to you? Okay, good. Might have been better to put the adhesive, the glue, on the base string instead of the wrapping string, I'm realizing. But I'm just going to wrap that around. Because I want it to look like it's a big heavy knot at the end of that rope. And there I go. There's my rope cable. Thank you very much, Glenda. You're sweet. Okay, now I'm going to put a couple of foam squares on my anchor. I really only need probably one big foam square in the middle of my anchor. You could put a couple other little pieces if you wanted to on the sides here. I think it'll be fine. I'm going to let my anchor rest on the side of my topper, and I'm going to tap that down. And now, just like we did before, I'm going to wrap my rope. Maybe my rope will go the other way, maybe it'll go this way. I'm not sure yet. Let's see. Last time I put it up around here and brought it down. I like it that way, but I'm also thinking, because I have so much green on this side, it actually might be good. I think it just depends on the layout of your card, where you have the most room for the rope to come down. I may just bring it like this. I think you can lay your rope out wherever you like. Just put a little loopy in your rope somewhere along the line. Susan's over here singing Loopy Loo. Here we go, Loopy Loo. Okay. I'm going to take my little bow out of the end of my rope that I... Yeah, I think I like that. So here we go. That's where, oops. That's where I'm going to put my rope this time. Teddy the puppy pictures. One eye, one horned purple people eaters. Flying purple people eaters. Pole position card makers edition. Leak proof human size foam dots. Oh. Oh, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and glue my rope down now. Doesn't that look kind of neat? I think that looks kind of neat where we wrap the rope there. I think that looks neat. I had a customer years ago who would come in with a woman. So I asked, is this your wife? He said, she's my sister. Wife's sister. It's all the same. Had to keep my jaw from hitting the floor.
Game of Thrones going on there.
Susan said a comment reminded her of Game of Thrones. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. And here we go again.
Concentrate.
Okay.
Last week we were just kind of giggly between the two of us, Debbie, and I went home and I reflected. I wonder if anybody was new in our class, because we did everything, we talked about everything, but we were so busy giggling the whole time.
Okay.
So we can't say we don't have fun.
Oh, we have lots of fun, don't we, guys?
Yes.
We have lots of fun. And who says you can't have fun in an online class? Look at this. Isn't this fun? This is fun.
Well, we're not boring.
We are definitely not boring. No. There is no boredom here. I think as long as I have this little piece of rope left, I'm just going to keep wrapping it until I run out. I'm going to put a little loopy on the end, because why not?
Because you can.
Because I can. It's because I can that I must do it. Aren't these neat cards, guys? Do you guys like these as much as I like these? I love these cards, but it might just be because I love nautical stuff. Do you guys like these cards as much as I do?
Yes, I like them.
I think they're beautiful. Kim says the card reminds her of the twine we glued around the fishnet die.
Yeah.
Cut with a nautical kit. I mean,
Yes, we did.
If you think about this, and this was one of the things that I did think about, was between this little kit and the other kit. So you've got your fishing net, and now you have an anchor. And
That's true. You guys have that fishing net die.
You do, and you can kind of totally now go out and venture on your own with other nautical themes because you've got lots of goodies.
Didn't that turn out fun? Now look at that. Isn't it just the cutest thing? And look at what do we have for a topper there? That little tiny crab. But isn't that just the cutest card? I love it. I love it. Now, it's very different than my original, I gotta say. I think it's very different, but they're both beautiful. This one almost has room for a birthday greeting or something up here if I wanted to do it. Now remember, this is not a cheap kit to get into because you have the Hunkydory Kit 14, which is $19.95, and you have today's class kit, which is $19.95. However, we're going to use the Hunkydory Kit 14 a couple more times. The Kim R. the die, this anchor is in the box kit 14. It's one of the dies that comes with box kit 14. So we're just using the die. The die and the little extra rows are both in kit 14. So, and even though today's kit's a little bit more expensive, you're getting this absolutely spectacular corner die. Then you get the little sailboat, and you get the ring, the rope ring that we used. You get this ring that I didn't use yet. I couldn't remember if I used it or not on these cards, but you get this rope ring. You get just so many beautiful things. So there's just so much you could do with this. And as Margie said, we actually made that nautical kit once before, and we had that net die. Wouldn't that net be fun with some of these? Maybe I should go back and find that net. Do I have any more of them if people didn't get it? I don't know. I'll bet I do, though. Oh, look. Yes, the Sailboat Die, Kim, is in today's class kit. Today's class kit was $19.95, and it includes inside the kit, it has that $27 die for $19.95, plus all the supplies to make all these cards. So you need class kit 14. I'm going to save this and stick it inside one of my cards. We had that one little topper left. I always like to look at what we have left out of our card kit. This is what we had left today. This would be beautiful on one of my inserts. I'm going to keep that and put it inside one of them. We do have, this is all I had left. Look, this is all I had left. I had this little piece and this little piece of usable material left, and that's what I had.
We have two left.
That's what I had left.
Fishing nets.
We have 2 fishing nets left. I think I can still get that one. A lot of people are going to have that fishing net because we had so many people that got that nautical kit. That maybe I can use that fishing net in one of the last 2. I can get stuff here from Find It Trading in no time if we want more. Okay. The only thing I have left from my kit is this piece of paper, and this is in your kit because the Sailboat Die is in your kit, Roberta. So you already have it. If you have box kit 14 and you bought today's kit, you have the Sailboat Die. This piece of cardstock is included in your kit for cutting your sailboat and your anchor and your rows. So I didn't use those because I pre-cut mine today. I'll pop these. I have 2 inserts, and unfortunately they're white ones, so there's only so much I can do with it. But I'm going to grab, oops, that's my last week's card. I'm going to grab my 2 biggest cards and pop my inserts in. We'll take a final look at what we're doing for Halloween. Next week is also going to be out of box kit 14. And yes, the kit is available. It's on the website right now in the live stream section, Kim, or in yesterday's newsletter. You need today's class kit plus box kit 14. If you have both those things, you are set and ready to make everything we just made. And we're going to use these supplies more. We're going to use them again. So don't worry about investing in supplies that we'll never touch again, because we're going to use these some more, because we still have more box kit 14 to do. I put that topper in there, and I think I'll put this topper or this insert into my largest card here. They only gave us 2 inserts for these, but you can use this to decorate the inside of one of your cards. Just create a pretty border inside. That's just the right size too. And we also have the little jellyfish for inside of one of your cards. Oh, you got your snowflake frame today. Beautiful. Okay. And there we go. We have finished 7 cards, 2 hours. Are you still with me, Susan?
Yeah, I'm doing my insert.
She's doing her inserts. She did it. 7 cards, 2 hours, right?
And 1 insert.
And 1 insert's in.
Yeah.
So I just put my inserts in. And look at that. We are done. We have done it once again, my friends. This wasn't rushing too much, I don't think, today. Okay, so there we go. Let's take a look at Saturday ever so quickly here. Make sure my new glue bottle that actually works is capped. Okay, here's our Saturday cards. Here they come. Here's our Saturdays. These are great fun. Good one to do with the kids if the kids are around, because these are very easy toppers to layer. There's our witch. Oh, I'm glad you like your PSX stickers too. I was so excited to find those in the pod. And I checked them and they were all okay. And yes, the Sailboat Die is in this kit, Roberta.
The class kit.
In the class kit. You need the class kit and box kit 14 both. You need box kit 14 for the toppers and the dies. And we need the class kit from today. It says the box kit 14 Lighthouse kit. That's the one we're doing today. So here's our cards for Saturday. They are going to be so much fun. All the die cutting and everything is done for you on this one. You'll have to cover your cards yourself and trim your papers, but we've already die cut the circles. You've got stickers in your kit. You've got background papers. You've got these yummy glitter papers.
Oh, glitter.
Glitter.
I love
Glitter.
Ooh.
And you even, in this kit, you even get one of these big Tonic Studios. It's called the Funky Stick. This is a big glue stick that makes attaching our papers to our glitter paper really easy. So you get everything you need to do these, even the adhesives in this case. There we go. We have bats. Your foam squares will be in there. Your stickers are in there. Your die cut circles are in there. Your glitter paper's in there. It is very fun. We're making 10 cards and we are going to get through them in one class. And it's actually going to be not Margie's Sailboat Die.
She had just asked the question.
The Sailboat Die is in your class kit. You can buy it separately, but don't, because it's $27 and it's only $19.99, $19.95, whatever rounding I did. If you have box kit 14, then you need just today's kit, Roberta. Get today's kit and it will have your Sailboat Die. But aren't these fun? Bright, beautiful. Woohoo! Woohoo! So we are set and ready to go. Does anybody have any questions, comments, or pearls of wisdom? If you have not already hit that like button, the thumbs up, please give me the thumbs up. It makes me feel good and it helps more people find us on YouTube. So please give me the thumbs up if you haven't done it already. It makes me feel great and I love it. So mash that like button. If you're not already a subscriber to our channel, subscribe to our channel so that they can tell you when we have new videos posting. The boat is right in the kit. Yes, it is.
I'm
Yes.
going to put a link to that kit so then that way you don't mistake it. So
There you go.
I'm going to put the link in right now that says the class kit part, not the box kit part.
Yeah, maybe you could put links to both of them, but
Yeah,
the class
absolutely.
kit first.
Let's work on that.
We're going to have so much fun. Oh my gosh.